These are some of the world's funniest signs that actually exist. Take this sign at El Arroyo in Texas, for example. The sign boldly asks, "Why do blurry people always ask me if I'm drunk?" Now, is it a nod to the unmistakable Texas charm, or just an ironic jab at those moments when the world gets a little fuzzy? Either way, it's pure comedy gold. And speaking of things that make you do a double take, this road sign from Australia is a real eye-opener. I mean, how is this wasp flying while carrying a human? It's like a tiny Aussie superhero in action. I just hope that this isn't part of some new WASP's transportation system, because if it is, they definitely need to start handing out seatbelts for safety. Oh, and then there's this sign that really knows how to get your attention. Win a free car ride in a police car just by shoplifting from the store. Well, that's one way to advertise, though I'm not sure the free ride is worth the arrest record. Definitely not the kind of winning anyone should be going for. Here we have the no-nonsense coffee guide, and honestly, I respect the simplicity. Instead of the fancy names, they've just given us the real truth. Americano? Nope, just black coffee. Flat white? Forget that, it's white coffee. Cappuccino? Too complicated, it's just frothy coffee. Latte? Call it what it is, milky coffee. Espresso? Oh, you mean miniature coffee? Macchiato? That's just milk-topped coffee. Mocha? Let's not pretend, it's chalky coffee. And then the sign gets savage. Tea? Not coffee. Hot chocolate? Still not coffee. If you walk in asking for a caramel macchiato with oat milk and an extra shot, this sign will probably tell you to rethink your life choices. Now look at this absolute gem. Inventory sale, bedsheet, all size 150. Oh, so now you're just throwing a tantrum with your inventory. Bedsheet definitely wasn't part of the description I was expecting. I'm not sure if this is a sale for beds or if it's a warning about what happens if you buy one, but either way, I think I'll pass on purchasing something that sounds like it's already been, well, tested. Beware of the dog. And then there's this absolute fluff ball of cuteness next to it. I mean, come on, who could possibly be afraid of that little face? I think this sign should say, beware of overwhelming cuteness, you might want to stay for cuddles. It's like warning people to stay away from a puppy, but how could anyone resist? Theft of free paper is a crime. Ah yes, the classic stealing something free is still stealing dilemma. This office is out here protecting their sacred stack of free paper like it's the Mona Lisa. Next thing you know, they'll have a security guard tackling people over complimentary coffee. Now, this next sign is what I call a perfectly balanced sign. Polite, firm, and ending on an unexpected dose of affection. It reads, "Please don't complain about our English. If you can't speak Thai, love you. Complain all you want, but they'll still send you off with love and probably some extra spicy curry." This one is a reminder that cats are not to be trusted. It reads, "Please don't let the cats out no matter what they promise you. And let's be honest, those little con artists will say anything to get outside. I swear I'll be back by midnight. I won't climb on the neighbor's car." Lies. All of it. Alright, this one is just perfection. A sign that says, "Please do not tape anything to the glass." And where is it? Taped directly onto the glass. At this point, I can tell if it's a rule or a challenge. Either way, whoever put this up was clearly having a rebellious moment. This bathroom sign is really setting some boundaries. It's got a big forbidden symbol over a figure peeing on someone who's just trying to do their business. And honestly, the fact that this needed to be a rule raises so many questions. Like, how often was this happening before they decided, yeah, we need a sign for that? I mean, the same kind of goes for this next one. Danger, don't stick your fingy where you don't stick your dinky. Solid advice, honestly, but now I need to know, was this the result of one really unfortunate incident, or have there been multiple cases of bad decision making? Look, some spelling mistakes are funny, others make you question everything. But this one? Absolutely horrifying. A health clinic sign proudly states, "Blood, stool, urine, semen, pregnancy, etc. are tasted here." Tasted? That's it, I'm never stepping foot in a clinic again. Next time you're afraid to share ideas, just remember this. Someone once said in a meeting, "Let's make a film with a tornado full of sharks." Yeah, that actually happened. So whatever your wild idea is, don't hold back. It could be the next big thing, or at least a blockbuster hit. Let's have a look at this. Restroom is for eating customers only. Okay, but now I'm left wondering, what exactly do they mean by eating customers? Are they saying if I just eat a customer, I get access to the restroom, or do I have to actually be eating while using it? Either way, it's a very interesting policy. This next sign taped to the stereo on a yacht says, "Forbidden to play more than one time," followed by 2 songs. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm trying to imagine a fancy yacht cruise where the captain is laying down on the law on how many times you can play a song. Like, is the vibe just that exclusive exclusive that we're limiting our musical choices? Someone better call the yacht police if they catch anyone replaying the songs. This Home Depot sign on a display toilet proudly claims it flushes 7 billiard balls in a single flush, and to prove it, they've got 7 billiard balls lined up in the toilet like it's some sort of test of strength. Now I've got to ask, who's trying to flush billiard balls down the toilet in the first place, and why 7? It's like they're challenging us to a weird plumbing competition. Honestly, I think I'd be more impressed if we could flush my whole laundry basket in one go. Here's a restroom sign that takes a creative approach. Our aim is to keep this bathroom clean. Your aim will help. Well, that's one way to say don't miss. It's like they're giving you a little encouragement while you do your thing. This sign at Hobby Lobby really hits the nail on the head. I know how it will end. Followed by a plug and plug in with the text, one of my kids will unplug my life support to charge their phone. Yikes, that's dark, but also hilariously relatable. It's like the future of parenting, right? You're out here fighting for your life and your kid's like, sorry dad, but my phone's at 2%. Someone's got to stop this tech-addicted generation before it's way too late. This one's a classic. Right outside a car wash, we've got Holy Water Car Wash. We'll wash the hell out of your car. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm getting my car cleaned, I expect a little divine intervention. But this sign, it's like they're throwing in some holy water and just taking the hell out of your car. Literally. Here's one more from Domino's. Mondays 0% off all pizzas. Well, that's certainly one way to make sure your Monday stays the same price as every other day of the week. Hopefully, Tuesdays have better prices because this deal isn't doing anyone any favors. But hey, at least they're being honest. Speed hump? Really? I mean, are we trying to slow down traffic or make it feel awkward? Feels like someone was just like, yeah, let's keep it vague and maybe people will just go slow because reasons. Or maybe it's just a weird road trip game. Guess the meaning of the sign. Now look at this road sign. Slow the beep down. Well, if that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what will. Honestly, the sign is straight up pleading with drivers to take it easy. It's bold, it's blunt, and it's definitely not beating around the bush. I mean, if you're speeding through this area, you're definitely gonna see that message loud and clear. You matter unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared, then you energy. So we're getting philosophical and scientific here. I guess if you hit the speed of light, you're no longer a person, but just pure energy. That's some Einstein level thinking right here. Now, this is just stupid. Math and English tutoring. I mean, come on, if you're running a tutoring business for English, the least you can do is get the spelling right. This is giving off some serious cheesy vibes. I love when you butter me up. Sincerely, French bread. I mean, look at that. The French bread is really laying it on thick. Talk about a crusty flirt. But if you thought that was weird, here's a sign with a picture of someone sitting on a toilet boldly that states everyone is a 3D printer. Yep, it's about poop. And honestly, I don't know if I want to get that mental image out of my head, but there it is. Whoever came up with this sign might need a few more, hobbies. Okay, this one is actually genius. It's a board near a bunch of bars with an abstract drawing in the text. If you understand anything in this painting, call a cab. Basically, if this mess of squiggles and shapes is making perfect sense to you, yeah, you've had one too many. This danger sign takes things to a whole new level. It starts off simple with a picture of a guy putting down garbage next to the text, do not put garbage here. But then the next image shows the same guy now getting absolutely threatened to shit. And I don't know who designed this, but they clearly mean business. Forget fines or warnings, this is straight up survival mode. Now that is either a very specific warning or an open challenge. It shows a man standing on his head and right next to it, someone is actually doing it. Either this is the most obedient person ever or the sign was just too tempting to ignore. Is this a heartfelt message or a really unfortunate typo? This isn't just a house, it's a haunts. Now I'm not sure what a haunts is, but it sounds like a mix between a home and a horse. Either way, if you're buying decor here, maybe double check the spelling first. This next sign looks just like a regular stop sign, but instead of telling you to hit the brakes, it says kindness starts here. Honestly, I love the message, but now I'm imagining drivers slamming on their brakes to be nice. Like, after you. No, after you. No, I insist. Until the whole road is just a polite traffic jam. Outside this goth store, the sign reads, sorry, we're open. Finally, a business that understands the struggle. Nothing says true goth energy like reluctantly existing. They're basically saying, yeah, come in if you must, but don't expect us to be happy about it. Warning, army area, no trespassing. Violators may be shot, and due to the price increase of ammunition, don't expect a warning shot. Imagine getting shot and realizing it was all because of inflation. This Chinese restaurant is named Soon Fat. Now, that's a business name with confidence. They're not even pretending you'll stay in shape after eating here. You'll walk in as John, you roll out as Big John. Look at this garage door. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, never, ever, 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 never park here. All right, I get the point. It's not a suggestion. It's a lifestyle choice. But can someone please clarify? Is it just never or is it never ever with an ever for good measure? And just when you think signage couldn't get any more quirky, check out the sign at the bar. Due to COVID-19, Sweet Carolina is banned. There will be no touching hands, touching me, reaching out, touching you. Well, looks like Sweet Caroline just got kicked out of the bar. I mean, who knew the song was such a health risk? It's like they're trying to prevent a pandemic of bad karaoke. Holding the door open on the elevator will confuse the door sensor. Then the door doesn't know if it should open or close. Sometimes it makes a confused clicking noise and does nothing. Please don't confuse the elevator. I mean, poor elevator, right? It's just trying to do its job, but now it's caught in an existential crisis, questioning its very purpose. Stay hungry for life. I see what they did there. I mean, sure, stay hungry for life, but maybe also stay hungry for a delicious meal while you're at it. It's like motivational speak with a side of crispy chicken. Check this one out. Boneless chicken 8 rupees. Wait a minute. Boneless chicken in the egg section? Is this some kind of poultry paradox? Are they telling us that boneless chicken comes from eggs that don't have bones, or is it just a really weird sale placement? Either way, for 8 rupees, I'm starting to wonder if they're selling the chicken in spirit form. Next, we have this sign from the Philippines that really doesn't hold back. Thanks for leaving. Now, that's a goodbye with some serious attitude. Most places would say come back soon, but not here. You don't realize how many people you don't like until you have to name a baby. Ah yes, the baby name dilemma, a true test of patience in relationships. This sign, also at LA Royo, really nails it. I mean, can you imagine calling your kid after that one aunt who keeps sending you knitting kits for Christmas? Or worse, that friend who never returns your calls. Okay, now this is a very unexpected combination. Michelle Obama mobile shop. I mean, when I think mobile shop, I definitely don't picture it being as small as a chair, and certainly not with a name like Michelle Obama attached. I mean, imagine pulling up to this tiny little pop-up and hoping to find some cool antiques, but instead, you're getting Michelle Obama standing behind a mobile shop in the middle of nowhere. Wait, what? Please don't wash your balls in the Baja Blast? I mean, who could have thought this soda machine at a restaurant would come with such a personal request? Clearly, this wasn't a random sign, but rather one born from a very specific set of circumstances. I mean, seriously, this sign is covering all its bases. Men, women, non-binary folks, and even aliens. It's like they're saying we don't care who you are or where you're from, just wash your hands. I guess cleanliness really does know no boundaries, even extraterrestrial ones. No alcohol, no profanity, no smoking, no nudity, no penguins. Okay, what? Penguins? Like actual penguins? Is this a restaurant or a zoo? I mean, I get the whole no alcohol, no smoking thing, but someone really had to draw the line at penguins? Maybe they've had a bad experience with tuxedo troublemakers in the past, I don't know. It's honestly the most specific no list I've ever seen. This just shows that there are so many hilarious signs to discover, but these are just some of the best. For even more funny signs, make sure to subscribe and click on another video to keep on laughing. We'll see you in another video.